Yeah, good evening, children. Good evening, Tanya.
Good evening, ma'am.
Tanya, good evening.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Yeah. Just help me with the assignment which I had shared with you. We need to discuss the answers. Yeah. Is it this one? This one? Correct? Sure, right? Okay, fine. Got it. So which of these is equal to 2.17 into 10 to the power 5? So 2.17 into 10 to the power 5 is equal to 2.17 into 1 followed by how many zeros?
5 zeros.
5 zeros, because 10 to the power 5 is 1 followed by 5 zeros. 10 into 10 to the power 5 meaning 10 multiplied with itself 5 times. 10 into 10 into 10 into 10 into 10. So 10 into 10, 100. Into 10, 1000. Into 10, 10,000. Into 10, 1 lakh. So if it is 10 to the power 5, it is 1 followed by 5 zeros. If it's 10 to the power 2, it is 1 followed by 2 zeros because 10 into 10 is 100. So 10 squared means 10 into 10. 10 cubed meaning to the power 3 means 10 into 10 into 10. Okay, so this is 2.17 into 10 to the power 5, right? So it is 1 followed by 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. Now, you'll have to multiply these two numbers as if this one does not have a decimal point. So what will be the product? 217 followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. Multiply as if there is no decimal point in this first number. So this is the product. Now, in this answer, you'll have to place a decimal point. So here after the decimal point, how many digits? 2 digits. So the answer, place the decimal point here, and you can see there are 2 digits after the decimal point. So what's the final answer? 217 followed by 1, 2, 3 zeros. Okay, so which is the correct option? Option C. C is the correct option. Okay. Later today, I'll share the images with you. Since this is assignment, I'll just show the answers and keep moving. If your answer does not match with what we discuss here, it's okay. I'll share the images and then you can correct it at home. Any doubts you have, you can ask me. Next, 1 divided by 15 by 16 into 3 by 4. So by the rule, we know division, BODMAS. Okay, so division and then multiplication. Division, multiplication. All right. So here is division. Here is division. So it is 1. Division becomes multiplication. And you need to take the reciprocal of 15 by 16. So it is 16 by 15. And then into 3 by 4 as it is. Right? Now you need to simplify. 4 ones are 4 fours are. 3 ones are 3 fives are. So what are the numbers left in the numerator? 1, 4, and 1. Multiply them. 1 into 4, 4. 4 into 1, 4. 4 by 5 into 1, 5. Multiply all the numbers in the numerator. Multiply the numbers in the denominator. So 4 by 5. All right. Tanya, please ask me if you have any questions.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Next. So you're given this equation 213 into 16 is equal to 3408. Okay. 213 into 16 is equal to 3408. Then 1.6 into 2.13 equals. So you can see here 1.6 into 2.13. We'll just see the numbers without the decimal point. Okay, we'll see 1.6 without the decimal point, 16. We'll also see this number without the decimal point, 213. 1.6 without the decimal point is 16. 2.13 without the decimal point is 213. Right? Now, what's the product of 16 and 213? It's given to us in the question, 3408. Right? So what will be the answer for this one? 1.6 into 2.13 will be, see, in the question we are given 213 into 16. But here we have 16 into 213. But we know that multiplication is commutative, right? 4 into 5 is the same as 5 into 4. So 213 into 16 is the same as 16 into 213. And it's given 3408, 3408. So here also the product will be 3408. The digits in the product will be 3408. Here also the digits in the product will be 3408. Okay, so here also in the product, the digits will be 3408, but you'll have to place a decimal point. So count here after how many decimal places here? One decimal place. Here, two decimal places. How do you count the decimal places? The number of digits after the decimal point. Yeah, very good. After the decimal point. The number of valid digits after the decimal point. So here one, here two. So totally three. So you need to place a decimal point here in the product, so that there are 3 digits after the decimal point. So you don't have to multiply here. Since we are given 213 into 16 is 3408, 16 into 213 is also 3408. So therefore 1.6 into 2.13 is equal to 3.408. Yeah, the correct option is C. All right. (0.05 into 5 minus 0.005 into 5 equals. So now, last year, we have learned the distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. The distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. So you can use that here. You can use that here. See here, this is like A into B minus A into C. See, why am I, what is common? 5 is common, right, in both? Can you see 5 is common in both, right? So I'm taking 5 as A. The other number, this is 0.05, this is 0.005. So they are different. So I'm calling them B and C. See, in this expression, there are 3 different numbers. In this expression, in which expression? In this expression, there are 3 different numbers. One is 5, that is repeated. So one number is 5, which is repeated, which is A. What is repeated is A. Then the second number is 0.05. We take that as B. And the third number is 0.005, which we take as C. All right. So you can also rewrite like this, is equal to A into B minus A into C, like this. You can write 0.05 into 5 as 5 into 0.05. Similarly, here you can write 0.005 into 5 as 5 into 0.005. A into B, B into A, both are the same, right? Now see A into B minus A into C. The expression has 3 different numbers. There are 4 numbers, 3 different numbers. So one is 5, which is repeated. Then 0.05 and 0.005. So what is repeated, we take as A. The other numbers B and C. Is that fine? Now what's the rule? A into B minus A into C is equal to A into B minus C is equal to. So that's the rule. The rule is, we'll just recall the rule. The rule is A into B minus A into C. If the question is like this, then the answer is A into B minus C. That's the answer. If the question is like this, then the answer is this. So what we have is like A into B minus A into C. So what should be the answer? A into 5 into B minus C. B is 0.05 minus C, which is 0.005. See, this is A into B minus C. Correct? Now subtract 0.05 minus 0.005. Do it correctly. Let me see. Subtract. What's the difference?
Is it 0.045?
Just check with your friends also here. Yeah, what's the product? Sorry, what is the difference? Sorry. 0.045. Correct? Yeah. So now how do you find this final product? Yeah, correct. We just have to multiply 5 and 45. We just have to multiply 5 and 45. What is 5 into 45?
225.
225. Now, how many decimal places here? 3 decimal places. So, 1 minute, Sadakshi. So, where should I place a decimal point? Before 2, right in the front. Here, right? Yeah, so 0.225. 0.225. Correct? Come. All right, children? Okay, very good. Nisha took a paper. She cut the paper into 5 equal parts. Okay, so each part is 1 by 5. Nisha took a paper. She cut the paper into 5 equal parts. So each part is equal to 1 by 5. Okay, the fraction for each part will be 1 by 5. She again divided each part into 8 equal parts. What is the what fraction of the whole paper is the smallest part? Okay, so share a piece of paper. She cuts it into 5 equal parts. Okay, so this is 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 1 by 5. No, I haven't explained. I'm still doing it. Okay, so Nisha has a piece of paper. So this is the paper. Okay, she has. She cuts the paper into 5 equal parts. So we have cut the paper into 5 equal parts here. So each part represents 1/5 of the whole paper. Each part represents 1/5 of the whole paper, right? Okay. She again divided each part. This is each part now. This is each part. She again divided each part into 8 equal parts. So this 1 by 5, this 1 by 5, she's dividing this by 8. She's dividing that one into 8 equal parts. All right. Now, what fraction of the whole paper is the smallest part? What fraction of the whole paper is the smallest part? Now, 1 by 5, if you divide this piece into 8 equal parts, then what will be the value or what will be the fraction associated with each part? 1 by 5 divided by 8. 1 by 5 divided by 8. So, no, so it'll be 1 by 5. Division becomes multiplication. And 8 becomes 1 by 8. So 1 by 40. 1 by 40. Okay. Now 1 by 40. So each part, when you divide, nothing, see here. Originally, she had a piece of paper, right? So that is 1. That is 1. She divides that into 5 equal parts. So each one will be 1 divided by 5. 1 by 5. First, she has a piece of paper. That is 1. That's the whole thing. So that's called 1. And she divides that into 5 equal parts. So each part will be that 1, that whole thing 1 divided by 5. See, if you have 20 chocolates with you and you want to share it among 5 people, so each one will get 20 divided by 5. You're dividing the whole thing by 5. Similarly here, that piece of paper represents 1. As a fraction, it represents 1. That's the whole thing. So the piece of fraction represents 1. And she's dividing that into 5 equal parts first. So each part will be 1 divided by 5. So 1 by 5. And further, she divides this 1/5 of the paper into 8 equal parts. So divide this one by 8. Divide that by 8. She's dividing that into 8 equal parts. Like you have so many chocolates, you're distributing them among 8 students or 8 children, 8 friends. Divide by 8. So then how do you handle this division situation? Division becomes multiplication and 8 by 1 becomes 1 by 8. So it's 1 by 40. Correct? It's 1 by 40. Now the question is, what fraction of the whole paper is the smallest part? Let me explain that. I'll repeat the explanation, so don't worry if you're like not very comfortable with the answer. Listen now. Now, if supposing in a class of 50 students, okay, so 20 are girls and 30 are boys. How do we answer this question? What fraction of the class are girls? Supposing that's the question. What fraction of the class are girls? I'll just clear the screen and write this again for you. Let's just take this example. 50 students, girls, boys, 20, 30. Okay, the question is, what fraction of the class are girls? And this example or this question is very similar to this. What fraction of the whole paper? Whole paper is like the class here. Total number of students class. It's the smallest part. Are girls. Okay. Now, how do you answer this question? The answer is, what fraction of the class are girls? So number of the answer fraction, no? So you should have a numerator and denominator. So the numerator is number of girls. And the denominator is total strength or the total number of students. Total number of students. So how many girls? 20 girls. What's the total strength? 50. 0, 0 cancels, 2 by 5. 2/5 of the class are girls. 2/5 of the class are girls. What fraction of the class are girls? 2/5 of the class are girls. So when you have to find this fraction has numerator and denominator. So what forms the numerator? Number of girls. And what forms the denominator? Total number of students. Because they're asking you what fraction of the class are girls. If the question is what fraction of the class are boys, that will be number of boys by total number of students. Then it will be 30 by 50. 0, 0, 3 by 5. So which means 3/5 of the class. 3/5 of the class are boys. So how do we find? So here also the question is what fraction? So how do you find the fraction? You should have something in the numerator and something in the denominator. So here that, yeah, here. So that to answer the question here, 1 by 40 is the numerator. And what's the denominator? The total. What's the total? 1, no. 1, that full paper. 1 is the total. What fraction of the whole paper? See here, what fraction of the class? So what was the denominator? Class. So here, what fraction of the whole paper? How do you represent the whole paper? 1 is the smallest part. How much is the smallest part? 1 by 40. So 1 by 40 is the numerator divided by the denominator, which is 1. So divided by 1 means what? Like you have 50 chocolates and you're dividing that by 1. 50 itself, right? So 1 by 40 divided by 1 is 1 by 40. So the correct answer is option D. Let's do it again. See here. So a piece of paper divided into 5 equal parts. Each part represents 1/5 of the whole. Because 1 is the full thing. 1 is the entire paper divided by 5 because 5 equal parts. So each part represents 1/5 of the whole paper. Is this okay? Now take this part. This is divided into 8 equal. This is further divided into 8 equal parts. So this 1 by 5 is further divided into 8 equal parts. That means 1 by 5 divided by 8. Each part will be 1 by 5 divided by 8. Like 20 divided by 5. 20 by 5. So what is it? 4. So each of you will get 4 chocolates. Like that, 1 by 5 is now the total, and you're dividing that into 1 by 5 is now the total, and you're further dividing that into 8 equal parts. So each part will be 1 by 5 divided by 8. So which is 1 by 5. Division becomes multiplication, and 8 by 1 is 1 by 8. So it is 1 by, multiply the numerator, it's 1, 5 8 is 40. 1 by 40. Okay, now what is the question? What fraction of the whole paper is the smallest part? So how do you answer this question? Fraction, we'll have to write something in the numerator and something in the denominator. What is that something in the numerator? The smallest part is the numerator. Well, how much is that? 1 by 40 divided by the denominator is that whole paper. That's the denominator. How much is that? 1. So 1 by 40 divided by 1, which is 1 by 40. So the correct answer is 1 by 40. Right? Now, supposing this 1 by 40, you are further dividing it into 10 equal pieces. 1 by 40 divided by 10. If you're further dividing this 1 by 40 into 10 equal pieces, then it is 1 by 40 divided by 10. So that means 1 by 40 into 1 by 10. A motorcyclist can cover 302.4 kilometers distance in 3.6 hours. How much distance he can cover in 2.5 hours? So, see here. If you want to find the distance covered in 1 hour, see, like, I'll tell you. Now, when you divide 302.4 divided, when you divide 302.4 by 3.6, this is kilometers and this is hours, right? So the answer which you get will be, the answer will be, supposing now, I'll just divide. Okay, just say you get something like, you will not get this answer, but something like 6. So the answer is 6 kilometers per hour. Kilometer per hour. When you divide, because they have different units, no? 302.4 is in kilometers, 3.6 is hours. So when you divide this, when you divide 302.4 by 3.6, say you get 6. And the unit will be kilometer per hour. That means what? 6 kilometers is covered in 1 hour. 6 kilometers is covered in 1 hour. Then in 5 hours, into 5. In 1 hour, 6 kilometers. In 5 hours, into 5. 302.4 kilometers in 3.6 hours. So if you divide this, what will you get? You will get the distance covered in 1 hour. You will get the distance covered in 1 hour. And if you multiply that by 2.5, you will get the distance covered in 2.5 hours. To write this answer in, one go like this. When you divide the total distance by the total time taken. Are you listening, Akshaya? When you divide the total distance by the total time, kilometer, total distance in kilometers by the total time in hours, the answer you get will be in kilometers per hour. So as I said, supposing you get 6 kilometers in 1 hour. Then for 5 hours, into 5, 30 kilometers in 5 hours. In the same way here, when you divide this by this, you will get the distance covered in 1 hour. Then in 2.5 hours, into 2.5. You get that? 1 hour, this answer, 2.5 hours into 2.5. Okay, so distance, maybe you can give 2 steps like this. Not 6. I told you, no, I simply wrote that number. It's not 6. Distance covered in 1 hour is equal to 302.4 by 3.6. So distance covered in 2.5 hours is equal to 302.4 by 3.6 into 2.5. You can simplify this also, see. I just want you to understand, when you divide this by this, you will get the distance covered in 1 hour. So that distance covered in 1 hour into 2.5 hours will give you the distance covered in 2.5 hours. Is what I'm trying to say. You can also do it like this. So how do you simplify this fraction? Shift the decimal point. So 3024 divided by 3.36, sorry. 1 decimal place in the numerator, 1 decimal place in the denominator. You're shifting 1 in the numerator, 1 in the denominator. So they cancel out. Correct? Correct? Yeah. So 3024. Yes.
Ma'am, I got the answer.
Okay. What is 3024 by 36?
Ma'am, actually, I did it in a different way. Which they have taught me in school. So the final answer which I got is option C, 210
Options. Okay, fine. Yeah. Find out all of you. 3024 by 36. Yeah. Quickly tell me. Yeah. How long? Let's try by, is this number, is the numerator divisible by 2? Is it divisible by 3? Sum of the digits, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 4, 9. So the numerator is divisible by both 2 and 3. Then it's divisible by 6, right? The numerator is divisible by both 2 and 3. So it's divisible by 6. So let's divide by 6. So 6 6 are 36. And here 6 5s are 30. 0. Because 2 is not sufficient. So 0. And then 6 4s are 24. Again, if you see the the denominator is 6. See the numerator? It's divisible by 2 and 3. So it's divisible by 6. 6 ones are 6, 8s are 48. 2 remains, 6 4s are 24. So this is 84. This is 84. So then it will be 84 into 5. If you calculate there itself, then it will be 84 into 5 here. 84 into, or not 5, 2.5. 210 kilometers. Yeah. So you've got the right answer, Tanya.
My mom answer. But anything for kilometer, 84 kilometer come, it will be so small, not 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Because they have given it 300.
Correct.
33 also all come because there it is way more smaller. And 2,700 now it's way more bigger.
Correct. Nice, very good. But if this question was given without options, then we should know how to work it, right? Yeah. We'll do it again. So, distance. A motorcyclist can cover 302.4 kilometers in 3.6 hours. So distance covered in 1 hour will be 302.4 divided by 3.6. So 3024 by 36, which we simplified and we got what? How much we got? 84. Huh? Yeah. Now, distance covered in 2.5 hours will be 84 into 2.5, which is 210 kilometers. Right? Okay. 0.4 into 100 is 40. True or false? 0.4 into 100. Because what is 4 into 100? 4 into 100 is 400. Then 1 decimal place. So here. So 40. Is the assertion correct? Assertion is correct. See the reason? To multiply a decimal number by 100, shift the decimal point to the right by 2 places. Is that correct? Let's take an example. Let's take an example. See here. Now, supposing you'll have to multiply 25.6789 by 100. By 100. Okay. So what should you do? What is the answer? What's the product? It will be 2567.89. Is it? According to the reason given here, to multiply a decimal number by 100, shift the decimal point to the right by 2 places, 2 decimal places. So if we have to, if applying this rule, I'm telling you, applying this rule, no, you people are not getting me. Is the first one correct? Is the first one correct? 0.4 into 100 is 40. Is that right? Yes. Okay. So assertion is correct. Okay. Now we talk about the reason. In the reason we have the statement. To multiply a decimal number by 100, we just, if you have to multiply a decimal number by 100. So see, I've taken an example. This is the decimal number. And we are multiplying by 100. What is given here? Shift the decimal point to the right by 2 places. So it's here, right? So to the right meaning like this. Shift the decimal point to the right by 2 places. So like 1, 2. Is this answer correct? I'm asking you. Okay, this is correct. Okay, so we'll just see. So what is the, how do you find the product? It'll be 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 0. Correct? No, when you multiply with the regular multiplication, I'm saying the regular multiplication 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 0. Now we'll have to place a decimal point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it comes here. Does it match the two answers? Yeah. Yes. So we have to shift the decimal point to the right by 2 places. Correct. It applies. Yeah. So both assertion and reason are correct. No, I'm saying like using the rule we answered here. Here we answered using that rule given. Shift the decimal point to the right by 2 places. So 1, 2. So 2567.89. Now we'll actually multiply. How do you actually multiply? Don't see the decimal point. So 256789 multiplied by 100 will be 2 zeros you should add. Now we'll have to place a decimal point. 4 decimal places. So here. So we have 2567.89. Yeah, same thing here, 2567.89. Correct. To multiply a decimal number by 100, shift the decimal point to the right by 2 decimal places. But what in this case? But it's given decimal number, so let me not confuse you. So what's the answer here? Which is right? A, B, C or D? R and A are true, correct. R and A are true, and R is the correct explanation for A. Right? Yeah, sure. Just a minute, I just need to make a phone call. Tanya, 2 minutes, I'll just get back. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you wanted it again, right? Akshaya? Yeah. See, whenever we have to multiply a decimal number by 10, we have to shift the decimal point to the right by 1 decimal place. Now, supposing we have 4.56. This is a decimal number. It's a decimal number. Say you have to multiply by 10. What is the answer? So, you should, so 4, 5, 6, add a 0. Then where will you place the decimal point? After? Yeah, so tell me, is it between 4 and 5 or 5 and 6 or 6 and so this is the answer, right? So it is what? 45.6. So when you multiply the decimal number by 10, when you multiply the decimal number by 10, the decimal point has shifted to the right by 1 decimal place, right? See the answer here. 4.56 into 10. Okay, so you said the answer is 4560. And then you said we'll have to place a decimal point here. So which is nothing but 45.6. So what has happened? Compare the given number and the product. Compare the given number and the product. When you multiply this number by 10, what do you see in the product? The decimal point has shifted to the right by 1 decimal place. See it. It shifted to the right by 1 decimal place. From here, it's moved here. It shifted right side. Shifted to the right by 1 decimal place. Why only 1 decimal place? Because you're multiplying by 10. It will shift by 2 decimal places when you multiply by 100. It will shift to the right by 3 decimal places when you multiply by 1000. It will shift to the right by 4 decimal places when you multiply by 10,000 and so on. All right. So you can treat 0.4. You can treat 0.4 as 0.40 also. You know that, right? You can treat 0.4 as 0.40. Yes or no? Into 100. This is what is given in assertion. I'll treat 0.4 as 0.40 into 100. So what's the rule? We'll have to shift it to the right. When you multiply a decimal number by 100, shift the decimal point to the right by 2 decimal places. So 2 decimal places. 1, 2. So what's the answer? 40. It applies, no? The rule applies to the equation given in the assertion. Yeah. All right. So assertion is true. 0.4 into 100 is equal to 40 is true. The answer is correct. To multiply a decimal number by 100, that's what we see in the assertion also. To multiply a decimal number by 100, shift the decimal point to the right by 2 decimal places. Correct. So assertion, both assertion and reason are true. And the reason is the correct explanation for assertion. Because in assertion also we have a statement where 0.4 is multiplied by 100. And the reason is also explaining what is given in the assertion. Multiply by 100. Same explanation is given here. When you multiply by 100, you should shift the decimal point to the right by 2 decimal places. The explanation is about this equation here. Yeah, so this is the correct option. Sorry? Yeah. This is the next one. A. Oh. Reciprocal of 7.5 is 2 by 15. Correct. Because 15 by 2, so 2 by 15. Correct. This is true. Reciprocal of any non-zero fraction A by B is B by A. Correct. So all of you feel that? Correct? Correct. Tanya, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. We finished all this, is it? Yeah, yeah. You have to help me. Yes. I don't remember how much of assignment I had given you. Is it only short type? Okay, that's good. This one? Okay, these I'll share the answers directly because they are very simple. This one also, is it? We'll do these now. Then after this also. This I think we finished. We've already done this earlier. So I think these three sums and we are done with the assignment, right? Okay, we'll quickly see the answers. What is 8.5 divided by 100? What's the answer? 8.5 divided by 100. So you must shift the decimal point to the, when you divide by 100, you must shift the decimal point to the left by 2 decimal places. You must shift the decimal point to the left by 2 decimal places. So you can add, see, like you can add how many ever zeros, you have to shift it to the right, sorry, left, right. So you can treat it as 0, 0. If supposing you're getting confused, you can just write it as 0, 0, 8.5. I've not written the answer. I'm just writing 8.5 as 0, 0, 8.5. So shift it now to the left. 1, 2 by 2 decimal places. So what's the answer? 0.085. I hope what I'm saying makes sense to you. I'm saying you can just treat 8.5 as, you just add some zeros like this. How many ever zeros? But don't have to take so many zeros. 2 will do. 2 will do. Okay. Then 8.5. This is the numerator. 0, 0, 8.5 is the numerator, right? Divided by 100. So you'll have to shift the decimal point to the left by 2 decimal places. So like this, 1, 2 will come here. So what's the answer? 0.085. Correct? Okay, the next one, 7 9s are 63. 1, 2, 3. So is this correct? What's the reciprocal of 33? 1 by 3? Correct. So 33, 1 by 3 is 100 by 3. And the reciprocal of that is 3 by 100. 3 by 100. It's 100 by 3. Its reciprocal is 3 by 100. Sorry? Yeah, the first one. Tell me the improper form of 113 by 27. 40 by 27 into 211 by 12. 35 by 12. Then divided by 28 by 9. Okay, very good. So 40 by 27 into 35 by 12 into 9 by 28. 9 ones are 9 threes are. Then 7 fives are 7 fours are. 4 ones are 4 tens are. 2 fives are 2 sixes are. So is it 25 by 18? So it's 1 7 by 18. 1 7 by 18. You got it? Very good.
6 kilometers.
All right. Next one. Find the difference between 2/5 of 40 and 2/3 of 9. So what is 2/5 of 40 kilometers? 2 by 5 into 40. Off means multiplication. So 5 ones are 5 eights are 16 kilometers. And what is 2/3 of 9 kilometers? 2 by 3 into 9. 6 kilometers. So what's the difference?
Kilometer.
Difference is
10 kilometers.
correct. The difference is 16 minus 6, 10 kilometers. All right. Okay. Yeah.
I can understand this divide 0.574 divided by 3. But I don't know two decimals.
No problem. I'll tell you. So you'll have to take 0.5, right? 0.5. And 5 is after the decimal point. So you'll have to place a decimal point here. Now 3 ones are 3. 2 remains. 7 comes down. 9s are 4 down. 1s are okay. So yeah. Which one? No. Because they want only two decimal place. So 0.574 by 3 is equal to 0.191. This is how many decimal places you have here? 3 decimal places. But they want only 2. So that's equal to, this is 3 decimal places. Now they want only 2. So that means you take off the last one. The last one is less than 5, no? So simply take it away. So it'll be 0.19. Correct to 2 decimal places. See, if supposing the answer was 0.196. Now the 6 is more than 5. So take it away and add 1 here. So it'll be 0, 1 carried over, 2. The answer will be 0.20. If the digit which you have to remove is more than 5, take it away and increase the previous digit by 1. If the digit which you're taking away is 5 or less than 5, 5 or less than 5, just take it away. It's like adding 0. If it's 5 or less than 5, you don't have to do anything. Just take it away. If it's more than 5, take it away and add 1 to the previous digit. So in the case of 0.191, what is the last digit here? 1. It's less than 5. So simply take it away. So 0.19 correct to 2 decimal places. See, 2 decimal places, no 19, 2 decimal places. But supposing it was 0.198, 8 is more than 5. The last digit 8 is more than 5. So take it away and increase this one by 1. So it will be 9 plus 1, 10, 0, 1 carried over, 2.0.20. Correct? Yeah.
Then the digit would be not the. That's
No. Yeah. So in the decimal portion, nothing. See, I'll tell you, it was 191, now it is 190. That's all. In the decimal part, it's not much of a difference. You can see here, 191 has become 190. That's all. It doesn't make a big difference. But in the integral part, that is the part before the decimal point, like 253, if you simply take away 3, it becomes 25. In the integral part, you cannot do this. Decimal part, because the decimal part is less than 1. The value in the decimal part is less than 1. Point something is less than 1. It's not even 1. So there, when you make slight changes, it doesn't change the value of the whole thing. But if you make if 253.897 and you remove this digit which is in the integral part, it becomes 25. That is a big difference. So since in the decimal part, the value itself is less than 1, this change will not affect the value of the whole number. Okay. Oh, by mistake. Oh, no. No. Good. Actually, it's you understood that way. You're not wrong. It's wrong. But yes, you tend to understand that way. No, it's not like that. You should do the actual division. 0.574 divided by 3. The answer should have only 2 decimal places. Two decimal place means the answer should have only 2 decimal places. So you do the regular division. What's the answer? You're getting 0.191. So that answer 0.191 has how many decimal places? 3 decimal places. No, the answer should have only 2 decimal places. So what do you do? So 3, how will it become 2? Should remove the last digit. How will 3 become 3 decimal places become 2 decimal places? You must remove the last digit. So take away the last digit. But if the last digit is 5 or less than 5, 5 or less than 5, simply take it away. If it is more than 5, you should increase the previous digit by 1. Okay. All right. The other day we finished these 5 answers we finished. And in this one, I think I did only the third one, right? Yeah, we'll do the fourth one. Yeah, now start working. So all these answers which we discussed of the assignment. Yeah, we did only the third. 1 and 2 also we'll do now. So all these answers of the assignment, I'll share it with you on WhatsApp. You can complete it. Like if you've made mistakes here and there, you can just correct your answers. Now you've understood the whole thing, right? Yeah, please take down the question. Ovia, you just joined, is it? And Deepthi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, my internet was not strong, so I had some trouble joining.
Okay. And what about Deepthi? Okay. Can't hear.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah. No, I was just asking why you were not able to join on time.
Yes, ma'am. Like I have few network problems and also um my morning timing was on 5:30, so I got a bit late.
Correct. We're about to answer this question. So family photograph has length 14 2 by 5 centimeters and breadth 10 2 by 5 centimeters. It has a border of uniform width 2 3 by 5 centimeters. Find the area of framed photograph. Okay, so we need to understand the question. See, family photograph. So this is that, we'll just assume postcard size photograph. Okay, so the your family members. Okay. Okay, family photograph. All right. So this is the photograph, that paper thing, that thick paper thing, photograph, say postcard size photograph. Now this is framed, and the frame, the border is of width 2 3 by 5 centimeters. Let me take some whole numbers to explain the situation. Suppose the length of the photograph is say 10 centimeters and the breadth is 6 centimeters. And now this is the photograph which is not framed. Now, when you frame it, the frame has a width of say 1 centimeter. The frame, you understand what it is? The frame has a width of 1 centimeter. So like the frame goes all around like this. All around the frame goes like this. Okay, you can see that, no? It's like this. When you frame it, it becomes like this, right? Okay, the frame is 1 centimeter all over. It's 1 centimeter like this. It's 1 centimeter. The thickness of the frame is 1. It's 1 centimeter everywhere. So this is the photograph, and this is the framed photograph. This is the framed photograph. This is the photograph. And along with this is the framed photograph. What is given in the question is what is given in the question are the dimensions of the photograph. Now let's find the dimensions of the framed photograph. So what will be the length of the framed photograph? What will be the length here? It's 10 out here, plus 1 plus 1. So 12, right? Because the frame has a thickness of 1 centimeter on either sides. There are two things here, photograph and framed photograph. The length and the breadth of the photograph is given to you in the question. What's the length of the photograph? 10 centimeters. What's the breadth of the photograph? 6 centimeters. This is the length and breadth of the photograph. Now, when you frame it, this frame has a thickness of 1 centimeter. Here also thickness 1 centimeter. So what will be the length from here to here? From here to here. See, from here to here is 1 centimeter. From here to here is 10 centimeters. And from here to here is 12 centimeters. What will be the length from here to here? This is 10. So this portion from here to here will be 10. 1 here and 1 here. So 10 plus 2, 12 centimeters. What will be the breadth? What will be the breadth of the framed photograph? It is 6 here. How much is the thickness here? 1. How much is the thickness here? 1. So 6 plus 1 plus 1, 8 centimeters. So the length of the photograph plus the thickness on either sides. That is length of the photograph plus the thickness plus the thickness. 2 times you should add the thickness because the thickness is on both the sides. Will give you the length of the framed photograph. Similarly, you should find the breadth of the framed photograph. Breadth plus the thickness on both the sides. So plus thickness plus thickness. Now, after finding the length and breadth of the framed photograph, multiply the length and breadth to find the area. L into B is equal to area. Okay, I'll work it. Please take it down along with me. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That means finish writing this. Okay. Yeah, the answer is not over. Finish it and you'll understand. Yeah, got this? Yeah, got the answer? Don't tell me you stopped where I've stopped. You were supposed to finish. Yeah, what's 98 and 78? Seven? 98. Online children, 98 into 78.
7644.
7644 divided by
25.
25. 5 into 5, 25. Addition, subtraction, we write the denominator as it is. This is multiplication. So you need to multiply the denominators. 5 into 5, 25. Now write this as a mixed fraction. Centimeter square. Write it as a mixed fraction. And the unit is centimeter square because it's area.
Mom, I got the answer.
Yeah.
Mom,
What is it?
305, 76 by 25.
What? 76? That's not possible.
No, I'll just cross.
In the mixed fraction, a mixed fraction is made up of a whole number and a proper fraction. Sorry, yes, yes. 305, 19. 19 no? By 25. Perfect. Correct. All right. All right. We'll just see it again. So the two phrases which you need to understand, in this question are what is family photograph and what is framed family photograph. So the photograph is only that paper card. Frame has thickness, right? So what is given to you in the question is the length and the breadth of the family photograph. Okay. You have to find, so now you're given the length of the photograph, breadth of the photograph. So you can find the area of the photograph using this length and breadth. But the photograph is framed. So when it's framed, the length and the breadth will increase. The length and the breadth will be more now because this is the photograph and this is how it's going to be once it's framed. Okay. So how will you find the length of the framed photograph? How will you find this length? It will be this inner length plus the thickness on both the sides. the outer length will be the inner length plus the thickness on both the sides. So this is the inner length plus the thickness on both the sides. Similarly, the breadth of the framed photograph is equal to the inner breadth plus the thickness on both the sides. Whatever is the outer breadth is equal to the inner breadth plus the thickness on either sides. So this is the breadth of the photograph. So the breadth plus the thickness on both the sides will be the breadth of the framed photograph. Now the area of the framed photograph will be this length, the length of the framed photograph into the breadth of the framed photograph. Because we know L into B is area. Area is L into B. L into B. And to simplify this, multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, and write that as a mixed fraction. Correct? Done writing, all of you? Online children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The direction for a pain reliever recommended that an adult of 60 kgs and over, above 60 kgs can take 4 tablets every 4 hours. As needed is like this, as needed. And an adult whose weight is between 40 kgs and 50 kgs can take only 2.5 tablets every 4 hours as needed. Okay, it's not punctuated properly, sorry. Each tablet weighs 4 by 25 grams. Okay, what's given? So because it's not punctuated, even I didn't read it, clearly. This is the direction for a pain reliever, medicine. If the person weighs 60 kgs or more than 60 kgs, then that person, if at all he or she has to take a pain reliever tablet, and if the person weighs more than 60 kgs or more than 60 kgs, the person can take 4 tablets every 4 hours. Not more than that. You cannot take that. The person should not take more than 4 tablets. Every 4 hours, the person can take 4 tablets. But if an adult weighs between 40 and 50 kgs, he or she can take only 2.5 tablets every 4 hours. And the weight of each tablet is given to you, 4 by 25 grams. Now the questions are, the first one, if a 72 kg adult takes 4 tablets, how many grams of pain reliever he or she is receiving? There are a lot of mistakes with the, language there. If a 72 kg adult takes 4 tablets, how many grams of pain reliever he or she receiving? My God. Like a tongue twister for me. So how will you find the answer for this one? And the next one is, how many grams of pain reliever is recommended? Is the recommended dose for an adult weighing 46 kgs? Yeah. Try to answer these 2 questions. Yeah, sure. We'll just understand the information given. So 2 cases are there. One is the adult weighs 60 kgs or more than 60 kgs. Then every 4 hours, the person can take 4 tablets. Okay, like now 4 tablets. Then after 4 hours, 4 tablets if needed. Okay, if needed, as required. So now it's 7 o'clock. So at 7 o'clock, 4 tablets. Then after 4 hours, 11 o'clock, 4 tablets. Then 11 plus 4 hours, 3 o'clock, 4 tablets. Again, 7 o'clock, 4 tablets. You can take less than that also. So as needed, maximum 4 you can take. Now, the other case is if the person weighs between 40 kgs and 50 kgs, then every 4 hours, that person can take only 2.5 tablets. So now at 7 o'clock, 2.5 tablets. Then 7 plus 4, 11, 2.5 tablets. 3 o'clock, 2.5 tablets. 7 o'clock, 2.5 tablets. Every 4 hours, that person can take only 2.5 tablets. This is what is given. And the weight of one tablet is given. What's the weight of one tablet? 4 by 25 grams. Okay, now the adult, in the first question, the adult weighs 72 kgs and he or she has taken 4 tablets. So how many grams? How many grams is that equal to is the question. And the next one is, how many grams should a person who weighs 46 kgs take? Answer. Take the question and answer it. Write down the question and then answer it. Okay. How do you answer the first question? Oh,
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes, Ovia.
Ma'am, in the A question, they're asking like how much grams of pain reliever is he or she receiving. Ma'am, is it at the end of the day, ma'am?
No. We don't know for how long the person is taking, right? So we cannot assume it to be 1 day. So for it's given if a 72 kg adult takes 4 tablets, takes only 4 tablets. So we should
Yes.
find for 4 tablets.
Okay, ma'am.
For 4 tablets, yes. So for the first one, it will be what? 4 into 4 by 25, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Correct.
ma'am.
And for the next one?
Ma'am,
Because one tab.
I got 4 by 10. Ma'am, because the patient is weighing 46 kgs, which is between 40 kg and 50 kg, they should only take 2.5 tablets. So mixed fraction converted to improper fraction is 5 by 2. Then 5 by 2 into 4 by 25 is 4 by 10 after being simplified.
Correct. One tablet, 4 by 25 grams. So 4 tablets will be 4 into 4 by 25. One tablet, 4 by 25. 4 tablets, 4 into 4 by 25. Now 46 kgs is what? Between 40 and 50. 46 kgs is between 40 and 50. So what's the recommended dosage? 2.5 tablets. So 2.5 into 4 by 25. What is 2.5? 5 by 2 into 4 by 25. And you can simplify. 2 by 5. 2 by 5 grams. 7:30. So, yeah, is this over? Okay, I'll send this one as homework. Okay, because I think it'll take about 5 minutes or more than that to write the question and see the information along with the illustration here. So you can do this at home.
Ma'am, I have a doubt. Ma'am,
Yeah.
while doing this at home, do we have to write the illustration? Like draw it?
No, that's not needed.
Actually,
Just write this info.
yeah, okay.
Okay. Oh, we done this thing. Yeah. So I have an instruction for the online children. Listen carefully. Take a screenshot of this image. Take a picture of this image. I can also put it on WhatsApp for you.
Done, ma'am.
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah. Online children, I'll for the remaining 10 minutes, I'll share a different link. Please join the class using that link. All right. And you start working from the first one.
Okay, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, and can you send it like not to my mom's phone?
I've
but
already
through,
sent.
Like,
I've already sent.
ma'am, can you like reshare it on like this, like the phone I used to message you? Because
One
my
minute. I'll just
mom.
1 second.